Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video, we will see running a background task in an app service with web app with Webjobs. So we need to automate a task for a web app that should run in the background without affecting the performance of the web app. So in this video, we will identify what a web job is and when to use one instead of an Azure function. We will use Visual Studio to create an app service background task with a web job linked to a web project. We will package a web job for deployment. We will configure the web job operating model by using the Webjobs SDK. Okay, so let me just quickly log on to the portal and take it from there. I am logged on to the portal. And let's say a small automated task which executes automatically in response to some event is a frequent requirement in many systems. Suppose that you are a senior web developer in a research role for an online luxury watch dealer. You have a production website that uses Azure Web App. You have built a small script that checks stock levels and reports them to an external service. You consider this script to be part of the website, but it's meant to run in the background, not in response to a user action on the site. And we would like the website and the script code to be closely associated. They should be stored together as part of the same project in the same source control repo. The script may grow and change as the site changes, so we would like to always deploy them at the same time to the same set of cloud resources. Okay, so let's get started. So let me give you a small description of what are web jobs. So companies often need to run some procedure in the background to automate a task without negatively affecting the performance of a web app. And so web jobs are a feature of Azure App Service that lets you run programs or scripts using the same app service plan resource as a web app. Web jobs can be used to run any script or console application that can be run on a Windows computer with some functionality limitations. You could use a web job, for example, to automatically update stock numbers in a product database so that they match your physical stock. And to run a web job, you will need an existing Azure App Service web app, web API, or the mobile app. You can run multiple web jobs in a single app service plan, along with multiple apps or APIs. Your web jobs can be written as scripts of several different kinds, including Windows batch files, PowerShell scripts, or Bash shell scripts. We can even upload such scripts and executables directly to the web app. And you can write a web jobs using a framework such as Python or Node.js. Let's say in this application, however, we will build a web job as a compiled control application by using Visual Studio. And the web jobs written as part of Visual Studio project can be deployed by using a source control tool like Git, FTP, Visual Studio, or by using a continuous build or like Azure DevOps service. Now, what are types of web jobs there? We have continuous, we have triggered. Continuous web job starts when you deploy it and will continue to run in an endless loop. And the triggered web job only starts when scheduled or manually triggered. Now, let's create a web job using Visual Studio. You can use Visual Studio 2019 to create a web job within the web application. We want to begin building a web job for the website and to satisfy the request for the web job to run in the same web app as the production website. First of all, we'll create a storage account. The web job that we will create in this video will write messages to a queue in an Azure storage account. We'll start by creating that account as well as a resource group to put it in. So I'm into the Azure portal. I'm going to launch our old friend Azure Cloud Shell. I'll go with Bash. Let me change the subscription. Okay, this is it. Requesting a Cloud Shell. And here it is. and I will create a storage account. Here you go. Let me paste the command. Okay, so I will do this. I've stored this in this variable. Now I will use az group create. The name would be mslearn Webjobs, and the location would be East US. Okay, let me change it. I'm gonna go with Azure Webjobs. Okay, okay. Location must consist of characters. Let me change it. Okay, it is done. MS Learn Web Jobs is the name of my research group and it is in East US location. Perfect. Now I will create the storage account that will be AZ storage. You can create it using the GUI as well. I'm just using CLI. Okay. The name of the storage account would be the storage. The variable that would be storage account name. Resource group web jobs. Okay, it will create the storage account. See, it is running now. Perfect. When it will complete, I will get the connection string of the storage account. Okay, it is done. And so if I click on all resources here, storage accounts, here it is. Connection string. I'm gonna, this is this. Connection string is, I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna keep it like this. Perfect. I'm gonna go to home. Now I will use the Visual Studio 2019 to create and publish a web app. I'm gonna launch Visual Studio 2019. Okay, here is my Visual Studio. And I'm gonna click on create a new project here. Mm, okay. Now I'm going on the right side, I will scroll down through the templates and go ASP.NET. If I see it, right, code a web API. .NET. Let me look for it. This will do, right? Select it. Click on next. Project name is this. I'm gonna Watch its web app and click on create. It's going to create it. So after creating this, I'm going to publish it to Azure. Now ensure that the copy of Visual Studio is logged in into your Azure portal, right? So I have to make sure that I am logged in. If I don't think I was logged in. Okay, let's see it. So, uh, additional information. Uh, okay, it is creating the project. Okay, it is on this screen now, and this is the publish window. Let me close it, and if I just do it, okay, I hope you see this now, right? Now in this, if you right click on this project on the individual studio, you see an option publish here, click on it. Here it is. Target would be Azure App Service. Let me click on advanced. Okay, cancel it. Create new. App service. This one. See, I'm already logged in. It picked up my account. Right, so this would be the name of the web app. I'm going to select the resource group that I created, MSLN. Okay, and this is the hosting plan, application insights. I don't want to do it. Then you click on create. It is creating an app service. You see this bottom. All right. When the deployment is complete, Visual Studio will open a new browser tab and the new web app will appear. And after it is done, we will configure the web app and add a web jobs project. So let me pause it and come back. Okay. The site URL is this. So if I copy it and if I paste it here, let's see what I get. Let me, okay, I see a default page. Very good. So the web app is deployed through the Visual Studio, and this is not the one that I'm looking for. Okay, here it is. So this is my app services. This is the web app that I've deployed. Perfect, I see it. So in this, now I'll configure the web app. So I'm going to create a continuous web job. Continuous web job requires the always on setting to be enabled on the web app that hosts them to ensure that they are continue running. Our web jobs code will also need the connection string for our storage account. Web jobs have access to the same configuration settings as the web app that host them. So we can configure the connection string and a setting on the web app. So I'm going to set always on to be true. So I'm going on to the configuration. You can do it from the shell as well. Cloud Shell, I'm doing it from the portal. This is stack platform. Always on is off. You can click on save, continue. It is updating the web app settings. Okay. Now I'm going to config the connection string. Okay. Now let me get the web app ID. And now I am gonna run one more command to set the connection string. AZ web app config connection string set and run the command. Wonderful. Now I will add a Webjobs project. So in the Visual Studio, I will go on here and I'm going to right click on this project and I'm going to click on add and I will click on select new Azure web app project, web job project. Okay, here. I don't know why am I not getting that option there. Let me see here. Click on web jobs, click on add, enter a name. Hmm, check web job. You can select a file here. Let's say you can create a plus notepad plus plus file. Save the file. Save it in this. CS. Do this. And you can go here. Click on the job. All right, this has to be deployed. I'm sorry. So I created a new web job project and added it to the existing solution. I click on create. It is creating a new project, but it will hopefully add it to the existing solution because when I was clicking on that project, it was not giving me an option to add a new web job project to an existing project. You see this, right? I'm going to open up the program.cs file. And I will add a few lines at the top. These 4 lines I have added. And I will complete the web job project code because we will use Azure Storage SDK to create queue messages in our storage account on a set interval. After we have deployed the app as a web job, we can look at our storage account and see the output. So I will add this to the main method. This is how it looks. I am going to right click it, click on publish to publish the web app again. This is it. Let me wait and come back. Build started. Okay. Looks good so far. Publish started this project, deploy it. hmm Web app was published successfully. This one, installation of web website extension done, restarting the web app. Now, if you want to test it, go to the portal and refresh it. It is loading the web jobs that we have deployed. Let us give it few seconds, maybe a couple of minutes. Okay, it was not deployed, so I am deploying it again. Uh, Here, let's see. Mm, Web job. Okay, I hit on publish. Okay, it started again. Okay, looks good so far. Succeeded. Publish one succeeded, zero failed, zero skipped. Okay, let me go to the portal, refresh it again. Click on web jobs. Okay, here you see ready scheduled NA type is triggered, and you can run it. Yes, beginning web job run. It is now running. You can delete it, you can check the logs, and if you go to the storage account, here it is. If you check the queues in the storage account, they are not any queues yet, but it will give you a single queue named stock checks that will be created by the web job. Okay, I'll take some time, but this is how it will be configured. Okay, so it ran. Oh, if I check the storage account again, check the queues. A bit of delay, but this is how you configure the web apps and the web jobs and deploy it and publish it to the web app and link it to the storage account. I hope this was informative for all of you guys. If you have any queries, please mention them in the comment section and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.